Everybody do something for me right now. Everybody close your eyes and keep them closed for a second. Now open them. What did you see? What did you see? When your eyes are closed, you don't really see anything, do you? You kind of see like some shadows or residuals of light remaining from when your eyes were open. But it's a lot different once we open our eyes, right? The moment that we open our eyes, our vision is filled with all kinds of different sights, colors, shapes, images, a whole host of things. In an instant, the moment we open our eyes. Can you imagine being blind? One of my good friends when I was in grad school was blind. He wasn't born that way, but he went blind when he was in high school, and we became good friends actually over playing cards. And so we would get together to play poker and other card games with these cards that had Braille on the corner of the cards. And he would always beat everyone and take everybody's money every time we played poker because he couldn't see our faces and we couldn't really read his, but he had this perfect image in his head of the cards that he was holding in his hand. The moral of the story is never play poker with a blind person because they'll take your money. I got a chance to talk to him about his blindness, and I learned a lot from him about it. The eye is one of the most incredible things. It's one of the most complex parts of the body and how it functions. So complex, it was one of the things actually that gave Charles Darwin great doubt about whether his theory of evolution could actually be true. It amazes me with all the technology that we have, with every new generation of phone and cameras that come out and the TVs and the 4K. I mean, the picture's getting better and better, but nothing is good as just simply seeing with your own eyes, is it? Our vision is incredible. Jesus in our text and story for today says, your eye is the lamp of your body. When we have a healthy eye, we're able to see and experience the world that God created in the way that He means for us to. And based upon what we encounter there, we act and we respond with our bodies. We're shaped because of light and who we are. Now, almost always when Jesus or the Bible talks about light and darkness, it's making a spiritual analogy. Light is good and is from God, and darkness is bad or evil. That's usually the spiritual analogy that's made. My blind poker friend, his name's Andy. Here's a picture of Andy, his family. He's now a pastor at a local church just up the freeway in Orange County. He runs a blog actually called Ask the Blind Pastor, where he tells some of his story. He writes this. He says, when I was 19 going on 20 years old, I started to lose my eyesight, a disease called Leber's optic neuropathy. It's a degenerative disease that causes blood to stop going to the optic nerve. It kills the optic nerve. In losing my eyesight, it felt like I was losing my identity. When the loss of my freedom and ability to do what I wanted when I wanted sank in, I was angry, and one night the frustration boiled over. I punched a hole in the door in our basement. But God came super close to me in the middle of my darkest moments. God surrounded me and showed me that even though I couldn't see with my eyes, I could see with my heart. I could see the light of Jesus, His goodness and love flooding in, purifying me, and driving out all the things I'd longed for and hoped for, and that were not Him. Can't see with my eyes, but I walk in the light of Christ who has given me the light of life. Friends, Jesus is the light that we need. On the cross, He died for all of the darkness. He rose again on the third day so He could give us His eternal light and life.